Hello everyone. Last time we have explained about various functions of plasma membrane. Today we are going to explain the microvilli. These are the hair-like processes present in certain cells and are the part of plasma membrane which are emerging out of the plasma membrane in a certain type of cells as a microvilli and which forms a covering or a coat of the microvilli in a certain cells. So the plasma membrane shows number of specialization or the modifications on cell surfaces. So the presence of microvilli is also a, a type of specialization or the modification on the cell surface in the form of a complete layer of the microvilli. These are the cilium or hair-like processes accompanied with the free surface of the cells, and these are the processes or the structures emerging from the plasma membrane. So plasma membrane showing number of specialization or the modifications on the cell surface. The narrow invaginations or finger-like projections, the narrow invaginations or the finger-like projections of the plasma membrane present at the cell surface are known as microvilli. The example of the cells possessing microvilli are the columnar epithelial cells of the intestine are involved in a process of active absorption of the digested food from the lumen of intestine. So, the columnar epithelial cells of the intestine are having the microvilli. The microvilli lacking the internal filaments or the tubules which are found in cilia. So similar to cilia possessing the internal protein filaments or the internal filaments, such internal filaments similar to cilia are not present in the microvilli. So microvilli lack the internal filaments or the tubules just like cilia. The microvilli of the intestine are 0.6 to 0.8 micrometer in a length and 1 micrometer in a diameter. So microvilli which are present or found among the columnar epithelial cells of the intestine having the length of 0.6 to 8 micrometer and 1 micrometer diameter. Microvilli increase the effective or absorptive surface area of the intestine. So microvilli increasing the outward projections or the finger-like projections which are emerging from the surface layer of the cell or surface of the cells which is exposed into the lumen of intestine. So predistal end of the columnar epithelial cells or the absorptive cells of the intestine possessing these finger-like projections in the form of complete layer called as microvilli, lacking internal filaments, and thus they forms the finger-like empty processes from the surface of cells, and this will increase the surface area or the effective surface area for the process of absorption. Means whatever the digested food materials in the form of proteins, fats or the carbohydrates, various minerals or water or certain other components of the nutrients which are absorbed through the membrane of the microvilli into the cytoplasm of the cells. So these microvilli, since which are present along the free surface of the cells, facing to the lumen of the intestine, forming a layer of microvilli due to the finger-like projections to the surface, and these are having very short length, that is 0.6 to 0.0 millimeter in a length, and only one diameter in a uh, only 1 micrometer in a thickness. So microvilli, this increase the effective surface area for the process of absorption. A single cell may contain as many as 3000 microvilli. So single columnar epithelial cell of the intestine may have up to 3000 microvilli, and thus this forms a complete layer of the microvilli or a coat around the columnar epithelium. In case of intestinal epithelial cells, in case of intestinal epithelial cells, a dense mat of a delicate branching tangled filaments covering the surface of microvilli, covering the surface of microvilli, which appears to resist attack from digestive enzymes. So, the exterior of the microvilli, so surface of the microvilli layer, the surface of the microvilli layer, surface of the microvilli layer of the intestinal epithelial cells containing a delicate mat of branching tangled filaments, a mat of delicate branching tangled filaments which covers the surface of microvilli, which forms a fuzzy coat around the microvilli. Thus, it forms a fuzzy coat. Fuzzy coat means consisting of hair-like processes representing the delicate branching filaments, which forms a mat over the layer of microvilli. So, the tips of the microvilli, which are covered with a fuzzy coat of the mat of delicate branching tangled filaments, which forms a cover on the surface of the microvilli and which appears or which forms a protective layer or the fuzzy coat around the microvilli that will resist or controls the action of digestive enzymes onto the microvilli. It is composed of glycoprotein macromolecules. So this fuzzy coat or delicate branching tangled filaments which forms fuzzy coat on the surface of the microvilli composed of glycoprotein macromolecules. The core of microvilli is traversed by longitudinal actin and other protein microfilaments. The central core of the microvilli is traversed by longitudinal actin and other protein microfilaments. They are useful for the contraction of the microvilli. So, the pattern of presence of internal filament is different in a microvilli than that of cilia. The core of microvilli is traversed by longitudinal actin and other protein filaments, which brings about the process of contraction and extension of the microvilli. So these protein microfilaments, which are composed of actin-like proteins and certain other protein microfilaments, are responsible for the contraction of microvilli. So this is what the structures called as microvilli, which are also found accompanied with the plasma membrane and performing a specific function in a particular cell, and the example of which is the columnar epithelial cells, which are the absorptive cells of the intestine, and where the microvilli layer forming a layer of microvilli along the surface or the tip of the tall columnar epithelial cells or the absorptive cells of the small intestine, possessing complete layer of microvilli on the surface, which increase the effective surface area for the digestion and the absorption. So digestion and absorption, these are the two ultimate functions performed by the intestinal mucosa. So out of which the columnar epithelial cells or the absorptive cells of the uh, intestine, columnar epithelial cells of the intestine, which possessing a layer of microvilli, increasing effective surface area for the process of absorption of digested food materials into the bloodstream. So, there are large number of such microvilli. A single cell may contain about 3000 number of microvilli. In case of intestinal epithelial cells, the a dense layer of the surface microvilli consisting of the delicate branching tangle filaments which are forming a cover or the Fuji coat around the layer of the microvilli, preventing the direct action of the digestive enzymes onto the microvilli. So, Fuji coat thus is forming a delicate layer or the delicate layer of fibrils or the filaments composed of glycoprotein molecules. So, glycoprotein molecules forming delicate branching tangled filaments on the surface of the microvilli forming Fuji coat, which is also found on the surface of microvilli and which resist the attack of the digestive enzymes onto the microvilli. So, this is what about the microvilli. Then we'll explain the next point, that is the cell junctions. So, adjacent cells, whatever the tissues composed of different type of cells or large number of cells come together to form a tissue. So, similar cells are the group of cells having same origin, same structure and performing particular function is called as tissue. So, the adjacent cells of the tissue, they shows different type of junctions called as the cell junctions. So, there are characteristic junctional complexes or different type of cell junctions are found among the different type of cells or between the adjacent cells forming different type of junctional complexes or cell junctions and performing various functions in the tissues or between different type of interaction between the adjacent cells. So, cell junctions, sometimes characteristic junctional complexes, sometimes characteristic junctional complexes have been shown operating or present between the adjacent cells and which are sometimes keeping two cells, adjacent cells together also. So, this might have the function of the cell junctions between the two cells or the adjacent cells. They have different functions and which either performing the function of keeping two cells together or forming the gap or the channels or the perforations or the junctions or the bridge-like structures between the adjacent cells, and this will also facilitate the transport of certain molecules from one cell to the other cell. So, whatever the cell junctions or characteristic or different type of junctional complexes which are present between the two cells which are found operating or performing the functions, various functions between the adjacent cells. Either they keep two cells together or they can facilitate the transport of biomolecules, two-way transport of biomolecules from one cell to another, or sometimes may prevents the transport of molecules also. So, this may forms a barrier, this may forms a junction, may facilitate or may allow the transport of biological compounds between the cells, or sometimes these can help to keep two cells together for the binding or connecting the adjacent cells. So, cell junctions or the junctional complexes, different type of cell junctions or the characteristic junctional complexes which have been shown operating for keeping the adjacent cells together. Electron microscopic studies have shown that these junctional complexes are broadly identified as or divided into three types, such as tight junctions, are also called as zona occludens. Second one, that is gap junctions, also called as nexus, and third one, that is desmosomes, which are again of different types, such as belt desmosomes or intermediary junctions called as zona adherens, or spot desmosomes comprising of macula adherens. Third one, that is hemidesmosomes, and fourth one, that is septate desmosomes. So these are the four subtypes of the desmosomes. So desmosomes are having four subtypes, such as belt desmosome, spot desmosome, hemidesmosomes, and the septate desmosomes. So in short, there are different type of junctions or junctional complexes present between the adjacent cells, which help to keep cell together. One. Secondly, this can also help to transport or to form a channel or the bridge between the adjacent cells to transport or to pass two-way passage or facilitate two-way transport of the substances between the adjacent cells, and thus forming the channels, or in some cases these may form a barrier or will preventing the transport of the substances between the cells. Means this either forming the barrier or may allow the passage of substances or transport of substances between the cells, may help to keep two cells together. So there are three type of cell junctions such as tight junctions, gap junctions, desmosomes, and with a desmosome there are again four subtypes, that is belt desmosome, spot desmosome, hemidesmosomes, and septate desmosome. So we'll first explain the tight junction, also called as zona occludens. Tight junctions or zona occludens. So it is located or it is occurring at the distal ends or the free ends between the adjacent cells. So tight junctions are present between the cells, and these are located at the predistal ends of the adjacent cells. So between the adjacent cells, predistal ends of the adjacent cells, these are located at distal ends or the free ends between the adjacent cells, where actual fusion of the outer membrane of the adjoining cell occurs. So due to presence of tight junctions at the free ends of the adjacent cells, there is an actual fusion of the outer membrane. There is a actual fusion of the outer membrane. There is an actual fusion of the outer membrane of the adjoining cells, and this will form a tight junction. So this results into a single intermediate layer. This results into a single intermediate layer with a five layered unit at that region. So wherever there are tight junctions, the outer membranes of the adjoining cells, wherever there are tight junctions between the adjacent cells, the outer membranes of the adjacent cells, they lie together, or they are arranged together or fused together to form a many layered or five layered unit of the membrane between the adjoining cells, and this five layered unit of the uh, tight junction will form a barrier, or this will block the transport of the substances or the biomolecules between these adjacent cells due to formation of a massive or compact fused ring of a fused ridge of a five layered unit of the membrane. So outer membrane of the adjoining cells get fused in the region of tight junctions, and this will form 5-layered unit. This forms a 5-layered unit between the two cells, and this acts as a seal, or a closing without intracellular space. So there won't be a intracellular space remains between the two adjacent cells. So two adjacent cells get fused together to form a single thick intermediate layer composed of 5 layers between the adjacent cells, and this will form a complete cell or block or a ridge composed of 5 layered unit, or the 5 layered fused unit, forming a junction, that is forming a thick partition between the adjacent cells. So this will become a seal, and there won't be intracellular space remain between the two adjacent cells. So it acts as a seal without intracellular space. This acts as a seal without intracellular space. Tight junctions are abundant in the collecting tube of the kidney. Tight junctions are mainly found abundant or in a large number in the collecting tube of the kidney, or in collecting tube of the uriniferous tubules of the kidney. It appears as a network of ridges. It appears as a network of ridges. It appears as a network of ridges on the cytoplasmic half of the membrane, with the complementary grooves in the outer half. These ridges are composed of two rows of particles. These ridges are composed of two rows of particles, each one belonging to the adjacent cells. The lines of these particles, produce the sealing, and therefore these are called as sealing strands. So tight junctions acts as a barrier. Tight junctions acts as a barrier for the diffusion of macromolecules or the lipids between the between the bilayer, because these two plasma membranes, or two outer plasma membranes of the two adjacent cells, which are fused together to form a ridge, a thick ridge between the adjacent cells, and this will form a 5-layered unit of tight junction without intracellular space between. So there won't be a intracellular space at all, and this will form a thick ridge between the adjacent cells, and forming a tight barrier or a sealing or a barrier called as the tight junctions between the adjacent cells, and this will prevent ultimately the diffusion of macromolecules or the lipids in the plasma membrane, or in the particular layer which has been formed due to the fusion or the compact layer, or the fusion of the adjacent cell membranes without any gap or without any intercellular space. So these tight junctions acts as a barriers for the diffusion of the macromolecules or the lipids in the bilayer. So tight junctions, also called as zona occludens, which are usually found at the predistal ends of the adjacent cells, and the pre ends or the distal ends of the adjacent cells, where the outer membrane of both the adjacent cells, is fused together to form a thick ridge between the two cells, and this will form a single membrane. This forms a single membrane between the adjacent cells. So due to the fusion of outer membranes, of the adjacent cells along their tip or predistal ends, forming the single intermediate layer between the adjacent cells. So ultimately this will form a thick layer of the intermediate membrane due to the fusion of the 5 layers, and thus ultimately it forms a barrier, or it forms a seal, that due to the complete fusion of the outer membranes of the two adjacent cells, and there won't be any intracellular space present between these adjacent cells in the region of the tight junctions. So these tight junctions prevents the two-way transportation of the biomolecules or the macromolecules between the cells through this region of the tight junction. So the tight junctions are located at distal ends or the predistal ends of the adjacent cells, where the actual fusion of the outer membranes of the adjoining cells occurs, and this results into a single intermediate layer with a 5-layered unit at that region. So in the region of the fusion of the outer membrane of two adjoining cells or the adjacent cells result into formation of a single thick intermediate layer composed of 5-layered unit called as tight junction. It acts as a seal. So this ultimately prevents the transport of the biomolecules between the cells. So it acts as a seal without intracellular space. Tight junctions are abundant or in a large number found in a collecting tubes of the uriniferous tubules in a kidney. It appears as a network of ridges. Tight junction appears as a network of ridges on the cytoplasmic half of the membrane with a complementary grooves in the outer half. Means in the region of the tight junctions, the outer membranes of the cells will form a groove, complementary grooves, and thus these complementary grooves fit into one another to form a complete sealing between the adjacent cells. So, tight junctions are abundant in the collecting tubules of the collecting tube of the uriniferous tubules of the kidney, and it appears as a network of ridges on the cytoplasmic half of the membrane with the complementary grooves in the outer half, means at the predistal end, and these ridges are composed of two rows of the particles, each one belonging to the adjacent cells, and the lines of these particles produce the sealing, and therefore these are called as sealing strands. Tight junctions acts as a barrier Tight junctions acts as a barrier for the diffusion of passage of macromolecules or the lipids in the bilayer in the region of the tight junction between the adjacent cells. So this is what about the function of the tight junction. So this is the diagram showing the tight junction at the free end of the cells. Now in diagram you can see these orange color cells. These are the two cells which are adjacent or present together, and in a predistal end you can see in the diagram, in between the two cells, the outer membrane of the cell is fused in a various regions. You can in a diagram you can see the outer membranes of the two adjacent cells are fused together in a 4 different regions. You can see in the diagram 4 different regions representing the topmost fusion or the part representing tight junction. So as we have explained that the tight junctions are located at the predistal ends or the surface ends of the cells. So the outer membranes of these two cells, adjacent cells, they are fused together by forming a complementary grooves on the outer surface so as to form a complete ridge between the two cells formed by the formation of two rows of the particles on the surface of outer membrane, and these are fused together to form a seal, complete seal or a ridge called as a tight junctions. Then just below which there is a adherence junctions linked to the actin filaments on the sides but present between the adjacent cells. Then green colored structure representing desmosome, which is also linked uh, to the intermediate filaments on the sides, and the lower one, fourth one, representing gap junctions. So these gap junctions forming a bridge or the channel between the cells and allows the passage of certain molecules or the ions between the cells or the adjacent cells. So this is what about the tight junction. So in diagram you can uh, make it clear or can remember that the tight junctions are situated between the surface ends or the distal ends of the two cells, and they form the fusion of outer membranes of the two cells, the fusion of outer membranes of the two cells at the surface end or at the predistal end, and this forms a complete fusion of the two membranes together to form a single intermediate layer between the adjacent cells, and this is formed by the fusion of 5 layered unit. This is formed by the 5 layered, means this become a ridge, or this become a thick intermediate membrane formed by the fusion of the outer membranes between the cells to form a tight junction in a particular region. So this first region or this much part of the tight junction forms a complete sealing. So this will not allow any type of passage of the macromolecules or the biomolecules through this region of the fused portion of the outer membranes of the adjacent cells, forming a tight junction. So tight junctions forms a complete sealing and prevents the passage of the macromolecules, biomacromolecules between the cells in this region. So in the figure you can see the topmost fused part between the adjacent cells representing tight junctions, and it is formed by formation of complementary grooves, along the outer membranes in the region of the tight junction. So in the region of tight junction there is a formation of grooves on the plasma membrane, complementary grooves of the plasma membrane. So this will form a tight junction or a ridge between the outer membranes of the two cells. So this is about the tight junction. Next time we will explain remaining two type of the cell junction, that is gap junction and desmosomes. So today with this we'll stop here, and next time we'll continue the remaining part of the topic. Thank you.